Good morning. Aloha from Florida. Took a swim this morning instead of a walk, so I'm just doing a little video on my way into town. Yes, I live out in the country. It's nice. I'm very thankful. I have a lot to be thankful for. I hope you do too, and I'm sure you do if you actually stop and think about it. And like I said the other day, gratitude is great. The more thankful you can be, the happier you will be. It's directly linked together. You cannot separate the two. So anyway, I want to talk a minute just about the electric sun and two electrical engineers and a little test, a fun little test you can try. So the sun is electric. It's not a ball of gas burning 93 million miles away. It's electric in nature. And something else about the sun is that it is most likely, could very well be a projection into our realm or into our atmosphere. It is not a ball of gas burning millions of miles away. There's too much evidence against that. So one of the electrical engineers is named Don Scott. You can look him up on YouTube. He was a professor of electrical engineering for 35 years, I believe it was. But it's called The Electric Sun Hypothesis by Don Scott on YouTube. It's about a 30-minute presentation. He has several questions that the mainstream science community will not even answer. He is still a ball believer. He still thinks the Earth is a globe. He still trusts the bullshit from NASA that planets are big and far away and the stars are infinitely far away. He still trusts that bullshit. So he can only go so far with his theory of the sun being electric. But here's the funny thing about the theory. Well, before I tell you that, let me tell you the other electrical engineer who is also a ball believer, and he has the same problems. He was actually asked about flat Earth. He said, no, the Earth isn't flat. That's stupid. Anybody who believes the Earth is flat is stupid. Okay, he's an electrical engineer. He has studied the sun exclusively for years. He knows a ton about electricity, probably nobody else on the planet, which Earth is not a planet. Old habits die hard. But he is probably the most educated person on electricity that's alive today on this flat, level, motionless topographical plane that we live on. His name is Eric Dollard. Now, he is also a ball believer. He believes in the globe, but he is also claiming that the sun is electric, that the sun is a transformer, and that no one knows what powers it. He said maybe from some other dimension. He does not know, but he is clearly emphatic that the sun is electric. So, I made this point the other day. Let me make it again in reference to these two electrical engineers that are claiming the same thing. If the sun is electric, if these electrical engineers who have decades and decades of experience studying the sun, if they're correct, then that would mean that the mass of the sun is less, far less than what is assumed by mainstream science in the heliocentric nonsense model. So if the mass is less, then that means their entire theory of gravity and what makes things orbit and get pulled this way and pushed that way around each other with the ridiculous idea of the bending of space and time, it means that the gravity theory is wrong, that it's out, that it is just pseudoscience nonsense. So think about gravity for a minute too. I think I shared this with you the other day. Maybe I didn't. I share it, and I have lots of flat earth conversations, and I've shared this point many times. Ball believers have two versions of gravity. Did you know that? They say, oh, well, gravity this and gravity that and gravity, gravity, gravity. It's their magic go-to word to explain things. That and refraction, but we're not talking about refraction right now. So the first gravity is mass attracts mass, which has never been proven. It's all bullshit. The other gravity is the bending of space and time, which is even more insane. It's pure science fiction, pseudoscience nonsense. Mass does not attract mass, and you cannot bend space and time and make the planets go around each other. So, those are your two versions of gravity if you didn't know. Ask any of your ball-believing friends to explain gravity, and ask them, now, which gravity are you going to explain first? Because they don't even know there's two different versions of gravity in their heliocentric nonsense model. So, two electrical engineers, if their hypothesis is correct, and it seems that it is, but there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more for us to learn about the sun. In fact, one of the websites you can check out is flatearthintel.com. He's a military man, is in the military, I believe, for 25 years. He says the military uses the sun all the time, and it is an absolute. And you can measure the angles to the sun and do some simple geometry, according to him, and prove that the sun is moving and that it's moving over a flat, motionless plane. So Flat Earth Intel, you can check out Eric Dollard, you can check out Don Scott. The sun is electric. It is not a burning ball of gas 93 million miles away. Now here's a little fun test, and then I'm done for today. Take a solar panel, go make a campfire in your backyard, and put the solar panel next to the campfire and see if it charges. I don't think it's going to. Our solar panels and collecting energy from the sun are electric. The sun is electric. So we have a lot more to learn about it, but that's a little introduction today. That's also going to be the subject of the podcast on heliopsychosis this Sunday night. Usually starts around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to be able to join the guys again for that one. It's just, for me, it's always a challenge keeping things in balance with my family. So love you guys, appreciate you. Hopefully you have a good day. Just consider what I said, look into it, research it yourself. If you have any information on it, please feel free to share it with me. Have a great day. God bless you.